Shalom. This week's Sedra is Sedra Vayakehl. There's a fine line between dedication and obsession. Dedication is a serious drive for a particular endeavor or goal. Obsession is an unhealthy need to achieve an objective. While dedication is commendable, obsession is dangerous. God urged the Jewish people to dedicate themselves to the Torah's commands in a healthy way that inspires both individual and national growth. In this week's Torah portion, we read about Bezalel's dedication to building the Mishkan. The Torah reads, Moshe said to the Israelites, "See, Hashem has singled out Bezalel, son of Uri, son of Hur, of the tribe of Yehuda by name. He has endowed him with the divine spirit of skill, ability, and knowledge in every kind of craft, and has inspired him to make designs for work in gold, silver, and copper." Later in the Torah portion, we read, Bezalel made the ark of acacia wood, 2.5 cubits long, 1.5 cubits wide, and 1.5 cubits high. In his commentary to this verse, Rashi wrote that the Mishkan was called after Bezalel at his name because he gave himself over to the work more wholeheartedly than the other wise men. This isn't the only time the Torah discusses dedication to a mitzvah. There is a mitzvah later in the Torah that says that when a person dies in a tent, whoever enters the tent and whoever is in the tent shall be unclean for 7 days. Rashi explained that mitzvah that's saying that while the dead body is within the tent, anyone there is unclean for 7 days. The Talmud quotes a teaching from Rish Lakish, though, that's more homiletic. From where is it derived, he asked, that matters of Torah are only retained by one who kills himself over it? It's stated, this is the Torah, when one dies in a tent. The Rambam also discussed dedication to the Torah study. A person whose heart inspires him to fulfill this mitzvah in a fitting manner and to become crowned with the crown of the Torah should not divert his attention to other matters. He should not set his intent on acquiring Torah together with wealth and honor simultaneously. Rather, this is the path of the Torah. Eat bread with salt, drink water in small measure, sleep on the ground, live a life of difficulty, and toil in the Torah. The task of Torah learning is not incumbent upon you to complete, nor are you free to desist from it. If you have acquired much Torah, you've acquired much reward, and that reward is commensurate with the difficulty invested. It isn't just dedication to Torah study the Rambam discussed, but also dedication to the service of God. The Rambam asked, what is the proper degree of the love of God? A person should love God with a very great and exceeding love until his soul is bound up in the love of God. Thus, he will always be obsessed with this love as if he is lovesick. A lovesick person's thoughts are never diverted from the love of that woman. He's always obsessed with her when he sits down, when he gets up, when he eats, and when he drinks. With an even greater love, the love for God should be implanted in the hearts of those who love him and are obsessed with him at all times, as we're commanded, love God with all your heart and all your soul. The Torah isn't a book of suggestions. It's a book of laws, and the Torah isn't a side endeavor we delve into at times when convenient. It's a guide to every aspect of a person's life. To truly understand Torah, one must be completely dedicated to its study. To succeed at observing the Torah, one must be completely dedicated to the Torah. Dedication is different from obsession. The Torah demands a healthy dedication that leads to growth, not mental or emotional impairment. Such an important lesson, and one that we can hopefully dedicate ourselves to along with the rest of the Torah. Shabbat Shalom.